Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here today. I promised we were going to take a tour of the front porch and we're going to get it in here before the holiday Christmas season begins. I know everybody else is decorating for Christmas, but I'm still in fall mode, actually transitioning today into Thanksgiving mode. So I just wanted to give you a quick peek of the porch before I take my jack-o'-lanterns away, and it'll pretty much stay fall decorated until right after Thanksgiving. The Thanksgiving day when everybody else is out Black Friday shopping, that's my day to start decorating. I love decorating for Christmas, and you'll see lots of that coming up. But for now, what I've been doing is actually decluttering and cleaning out space so that I can entertain for Thanksgiving. I'm not even sure if I'm entertaining at my house this year or not, but I just felt like I needed a little more room, so I pulled down some of the fall pumpkins and put some of it away. We'll take a quick peek inside as well, but we'll start with the porch. And I also mentioned briefly that I was going to be gone for a while, and we did. We had a fabulous trip. My son got married in Curacao, and that is in the southern Caribbean. It's an island down past Aruba, closer to Venezuela. It's a Dutch island, and oh man, it was fantastic. I would share some pictures, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do that without talking to them first. Okay, I knew this was going to happen. We are on a busy street, so we used to not be busy. I apologize for the truck going by, but we used to be a very quiet little area, but we have grown like crazy here. So I'm gonna do my best to get the porch in and show you some clips from that and pull that together without too much traffic. But anyway, back to the trip. The wedding was beautiful, and I need to speak with them before I share any pictures with that. So bear with me on that, and if I can, I'll share some. If I can't, just know that you should check out Curacao. It's spelled C-U-R-A-C-A-O, and oh gosh, it is stunning. Beautiful blue waters, very tropical, very warm, and just a gorgeous place to be. Even more gorgeous place to hold a wedding. It was such a wonderful time with family, and I hope that if you get a chance to check it out, you will. Okay, well, let's get started. Let's take a peek. Behind me, you can see a little glimpse of my porch. I have one of these long traditional porches that has, there's another car. Okay, speeding down the road. Anyway, I have one of these long southern style, low country style front porches, and it stretches from one end of the front of the house to the other. You can see right there. If you notice how my shirt matches my door, yeah, I have a magenta front door. Y'all, I chose this color because I just loved it, and I wanted a door that stood out. You know, a lot of times you'll see people with a red front door. I'm not as much into red, but I do love a nice hot pink, and it actually kind of works. You know, around here where I live, I've noticed we are very near a lake, like not even a mile away from our where our boat is, but one of our boats. But we have lots of people here that are coloring their doors beautiful tropical colors, and turquoise and blues and navies and Carolina blues and all sorts of different colors. And I just wanted something different. I wanted something that was unique to what I like, and I love it. It's a bit of a challenge sometimes with a wreath, but since I'm pulling off of having a wreath on the front of the door, it's not going to be a challenge anymore. So, all right, enough chit chat. Let's take a look around. Okay, thanks. Here we are standing near the road. Hopefully I won't get another car. But now you hear a plane. Oh boy, too funny. Okay, I just want to give you a glimpse of far away. There's our driveway to the left over there from the road. And this is our home here in South Carolina. All right, let's take a little closer look. We'll walk over. I have a traditional stone bench that I have on my walkway, and my flower pots here, ceramic, well, they're cement, excuse me, flower pots. They look pretty rough. I haven't really done a whole lot here. I do ferns in them usually, which do really well, but I decided to do something a little different because it was getting too hot for the ferns every year. And this year I planted some rosemary and a few other little lantana, and I think a verbena's in there as well, and then I added a mum just recently. They are doing so-so. I have to be very careful what I put in my pots. We have deer that roam all around where I live, and you can't feed them because they'll eat up everything you got. If you put out some certain plants, they'll eat them. So everything that I have out here in the front yard is very well deer resistant. I have a few shrubs this way and a very dirty bird bath, as you can see with my gnomes that I've had, I mean, probably 30 years now. Okay, and my steps that go down to the driveway. And I have multiple levels. I have a 3-level house basically. Steps, please just overlook the flooring because this is going to be another project. We are finally getting to the point where we're ready to replace all of this wood and do a whole new floor system here. This was not our idea. We didn't build this house. We bought this house built, and this was the wood they used, and we have contended with it for 20+ years, but it's time to get something done. Okay, and hello, little skipper. I see you. All right, as you can see, here's my front door and my front porch. I have 2 faux planters on each side of my front door. I started these not too long ago because I can't do real plants on this porch. Unfortunately, the drainage, the way the porch is done, if the water drains from any of the pot from real plants, it'll just sit and puddle, and it's not a good situation. So I've just given up trying to have real plants, and I'm enjoying doing the faux plants. All of the greenery that's in here came from Hobby Lobby, and the pots were found at Costco a few years ago. I did find another one this year, so love these beautiful tall pots. Great deal at Costco if you see them when they come out in the summer. To my greenery, I just swap out the seasonal colors, and you can see I added some leaves that have berries and a few buffalo plaid orange and white pumpkins, just to give it a little more of a spring look. I mean, excuse me, spring, a fall look. My brain, some days Above the planter to the right of my front door is a wrought iron welcome sign. I found it Hobby Lobby this year on sale. It was a spring item that they had marked way down. I was so excited to find it. The color works perfect for me. I love teal. I have to show you my lights. They were a Costco find early this year, I think. They were on clearance. They can be, they're LED, but they can be censored where they come on when the dark, when it gets dark, but we have them set so that they just come on and off with the switch, because we didn't want to have them on all night long with the bugs accumulating all around them. You'll see I have our initial with name on to the left of the door. And then let me back up and see if I can get another pretty shot. Oh yeah, this shows the color a little better. You can probably see that now. My beautiful magenta. I'm calling it magenta because it is a beautiful magenta. It's like your favorite shade of lipstick. And then if you look down to the left when you enter, there's my 2 rockers and table with one of my pottery jack-o'-lanterns sitting on there. The chairs, the rockers, I usually have, for years, I've had the rockers and the tables on this side of the wall. I usually have the tables and the rockers on this side, but I decided to move my rockers on the ends, on each end of my porch, just because the view is so much more interesting when you're sitting on the end of the porch, looking long ways. And I have to tell you about my tables. These were originally bar stools. The bottom portion was a bar stool, and they had a rattan seat with iron arms that we had in our old house. Well, the bar stools were getting a little worn from years with children. The rattan was anyway. And then when we moved into this house, they were a little bit too large for the kitchen bar. So I decided to get some new ones, but I wasn't ready to get rid of the bar stool itself. Then one day I came across these kind of granite looking stepping stones. I think it was Home Depot or Lowe's. I mean, it's been years ago. And I knew immediately when I saw them what I wanted to do. So we took the seat off of the bar stool. I mean, off of the bottom of the bar stool, and use that for my base. And so this is just sitting on there. It's very sturdy, very strong. And y'all, we've been in this house about 20 something years now, and they've held up and look beautiful. I just love them. So anyway, that's a repurpose that I just was thrilled with. Side of my porch is a wicker bench that I just recently acquired from a lady that was selling her house. And so she was really trying to get rid of things quick, and man, this was a great deal on this. Indoor, outdoor. It came with the cushion. I put a new cover over the cushion. I do think the cushion's actually a little bit too large for this bench. So we may keep an eye out for a new one. I don't know what I'll do. Anyway, I found these pillows. Look how close these pillows match to my front door. Found these at Walmart this year. Isn't that a deal? What a great deal. And the little pillow in the middle is one of my embroidered pillows that I made. And this design, I made every element on this one too. Stitched that and digitized that. So I wanted it to kind of simulate my front door, so that's what I did. That was a really fun project that I did, I think either last year or the year before. Sweet little buffalo plaid scarecrows were new this year. They came from Walmart. And another pottery jack-o'-lantern. And the basket, gosh, I don't know what I would call that. Almost looks like a jug, doesn't it? But anyway, this basket I got at a thrift sale one year. And I like to keep the florals that I have in there that are the peacock feathers, along with like little blue, they look like little peacock to me. They're like little plastic picks as well. But I did stick in the fall orange and kind of gold tone looking leaves to give it a little bit more pop for fall. And we have a little pumpkin, indoor outdoor pumpkin, and a lantern down here. On this side of the porch, let's walk down here. This was one of the little projects that was holding me up. Y'all, this table was teal. I had it almost at one time similar to that color, but it's been many, many years, and it faded and was flaking, and it was time to give it a new update. So I brought it back to the black that it originally was. This was inherited from my in-laws. I actually have 4 chairs that go with this table, but we only use the 2 here on the front porch. And I'm enjoying having the table right here. I did have it on the end of the porch, but I like it much better right here. And again, with the other rockers moved down on the end. So nice to look at it both ways. For the centerpiece, I have a wreath that I had made one year for the door, specifically to match those colors again. But since I've decided not to hang my wreath on the outside of the door, I decided to use it as a centerpiece, and I think it works quite well. So there you go. That's my front porch. Let's take a look inside now. Walking back in the front door, the foyer stays the same, has stayed the same, but I did do just a few changes, and I wanted to give you a quick little peek of this as well inside. For my table, I went ahead and pulled out my large tablecloth. It has some sparkle to it. It's kind of got a little silver and off-white color to it. I love this tablecloth. I use this all the way through Christmas. It served me well through all the dinners, and I like how it brings a lightness back to my space. So it kind of just opens up the space again. I decided to move my pumpkins that are in the dough bowl over as my centerpiece. And I moved the centerpiece that I had, the main floral, up on the stand over in the corner, and the rest of it into the den. Anyway, I think this works really well. Spread it out, nice height where everybody can sit around and see the decoration in the middle without it being too overwhelming. And I brought out my salt and pepper turkey gobblers so I didn't forget them. Okay, this is all set and ready. And remember, the hutch is still ready, everything. We're just prepping. So over here, I moved out my turkey plate. This was in my husband's family, and It is so cute, so cute. So I brought out the turkey platter. I said plate, but it's a platter. It's big, y'all. And I also brought out this square cake plate that was my mother's cake plate. She wanted one year, really for some reason just wanted a square cake plate, and she kept asking for one, so I got her one for Christmas. Then I came across one of our estate sales. The lady she had 2 square cake glass covers. Isn't that cool? And it fit perfectly. So I knew that had to come home with me. And then I brought over my serving pieces, which, as you can tell, I'm gonna be busy in the next few weeks getting them polished up. This is usually about the majority of silver that I polish. It wasn't done last year because I didn't host last year. So I don't know if I am or not, but I'm gonna get those done as well. And that's pretty much it for the den. Oh, wait, over here, moved out my turkey bowls so I would not forget. These will be used for serving pieces as well. So just getting prep done. How about you? Are you getting prep done for Thanksgiving? I certainly hope so, because it's going to be here before you know it. Alrighty, let's move into the kitchen. As we move back into the kitchen, I'll point out a few changes that I did. You can probably tell already, I've swapped out everything from what it was. If you don't remember, you can always go back and check out the old videos. But I swapped around and did a few changes in here, which mostly was just kind of pulling back on a lot of the fall foliage and excess pieces, less clutter. I just feel like when you have family over for the holidays, especially Thanksgiving, when everybody's in the kitchen more, you just need a little more space and room and a lot less clutter. Just have to show you one quick little fun thing. All right, these adorable little towels, not my design, but I did stitch them out. I thought were kind of fun. So they're hanging there. I love flour sack towels. They're very inexpensive to get. You just wash them up good to begin with, and then you can stitch away on them and have some fun little lightweight designs. Appropriate for Thanksgiving, don't you think? I think so. Anyway, let's move over this way. We have the coffee bar still set up. Pretty much the same, just a little bit of tweaks here. Oop, sorry, hope I'm not making you too dizzy. And then over this way, from this angle, you can see I put away all the roosters and the chickens, and mostly just put that away to start moving into fall turkey season. For this corner, I really just wanted more space because my kitchen island generally becomes the food area where everything gets served. For now, I still have my cookbook out, but that'll get put away, and then this will be covered with dishes. So over here, I really didn't want to have a big display here that was gonna take away from everything with the food. Really wanted my apples out and decided to put them in a silver bowl. And of course, you've seen my dogs, salt and pepper shakers, and the little rolling pin and cutting board. I decided to keep that. For my table, I pulled off the table runner here just to tone it down, and pulled out some black and cream, actually, placemats, straw placemats that I had, that I love, and just put my buffalo plaid napkins out with the simple little beeswax candle. And I have to show you, I do have a set of 8 of these in different words. Thankful, grateful, and blessed, I believe, is the other one. Those were purchased at Hobby Lobby last year, and I do believe they have them again this year. Over on the sideboard over here, I pared everything down again, and I still have the lantern from Kirkland's along with a candle warmer and some fall berries. On the wall, I put 3 of the plaid black and white plates that I got new this year from Pier 1. I ordered them. They were on sale. I ordered 8 of them. I just love them. I've been wanting these plaid plates for a long time. One thing that's new over here is these lamps. I used to have these lamps. They were a gold color in my dining room, and then I found some new gold ones for the dining room. So these got a paint job. I painted them white, and I still want to do like a little wax finish on them. Not sure if I'm gonna go with a brown in the edges or a gray tone. Well, maybe it might help to go this way. There we go. To give them a little more definition and just finish them up a little bit. But that's gonna be a project for another day. And then over here on my table and shelves, you can see I pared everything way back down again. The gather sign stays up year round. On the top, I moved my buffalo check, small check pumpkin topiaries, more of my plaid plates. I stacked them up, and the pilgrims, sweet little pilgrims, it was time for them to come out. Aren't they just adorable? I love these. And then of course, my fun little pumpkin pies that I made stayed out. And then down here, I brought out some silverware in the basket with the napkins back there. I've got paper napkins stuck in there, so don't forget to use those as well. I'm not sure if we're going to be using plates or paper plates this year. We'll see. Numbers always determine that for me. And then just my ladder with another embroidered towel. This was done last year. Not my design, but this was from Designs by Juju. It's adorable. Little applique design that I did with buffalo plaid. So anyway, there's this table over here. And then a quick look over here. I don't know if I showed you guys this, if I had it done already or not, but it's getting ready to change out too. I'm gonna have to come up with the November tree, but this was my October tree. And I did design the little ghosties on here. And then I had, from another designer, sweet little spider earrings that I decided to use as ornaments. And down below, my ghost collection that I've had for several years now. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, so let's take a quick peek in the den, and that'll wrap us up today. I added a little fall display over here on the wine bar, and you can see I'm pretty stocked up. We're getting things ready here. Prep, prep, prep. On my table, I changed back to a fall runner that's a little more subdued. Again, it has some greens and blues, which coordinates with the rest of the room. And over on my candle, I just redid the bows, added a little bow that matched the bows on my topiary decanters or apothecary jars, excuse me. over here, so we coordinated with that a little. Put the sparkly pumpkins in those that were in this display that was on the dining room table. Well, now I moved it to the den and shuffled some pumpkins around, added a candle, and I love it. Oh, now I have to tell y'all though, this candle, it's not a fall scented candle, it's a Christmas candle. And I love, love, love the smell. Even more so than I do the fall candles. So I went ahead and brought it out early, and I'll be enjoying that one for quite some time. One of the biggest changes, it's not really a big change, but I moved the mirror that was over this hutch over here. I moved it to in between the two windows here. I've been struggling with this space for the longest time, y'all, and I really like the mirror over here. So I'm enjoying that quite a bit, and I think it's a great place to hang wreaths. I have a small eucalyptus fall wreath hanging there for now, and I love it. I think it's great. Over here, I toned down the decor on here just a bit, not a whole lot. And then I moved the picture that we have that we inherited from my father-in-law right here. I think it works really well right here. I do have a very large picture that when I had the couch on this wall, that I really love. And so I may move that in place of that one, but for now I think this works pretty good. I kind of like it. Tell me what you think. So that's pretty much the changes. We are prepped and ready for fall, ready for Thanksgiving, excuse me. That's all my changes. We're prepped and ready for Thanksgiving. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I hope you're prepped and ready as well. Now it's time to start thinking about food, right? Thank you all so much for coming and popping in today. And if you did, I hope you'll leave me a little word and say, hey, I love to hear from you guys. If you like what you saw, I hope you'll hit the like button. Apparently I'm still learning a lot, but that really helps the algorithms on videos. So do please hit the like, and if you feel so inclined, I'd love to hear from you. Love to hear your comments, and let me know you were here. Introduce yourself. I'd like to know who you are too. Thank you so much for coming, and I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.